Alright. I'm Steve.
Bob.
John.
Case. We are RSEWRLD.
Bitch, I'm a star. I always knew from the very beginning that I would go far.
Yeah, I'm from Tyler.
I was born in Mexico, but I've grown up in Tyler my whole life, so I'm pretty much from Tyler.
Born and raised here.
Yes, sir. Tyler, Texas. All my life. That's pretty much it.
People live here, yeah, that's what's up, I guess, next question would be, like, basically, the, like, more basic, obvious questions would be,
How did y'all start?
yeah, basically, yeah.
How did y'all become a group?
How'd you meet up? How'd you form?
Bobby goes first because he started.
Okay, so basically, I started rapping like sophomore year. Like I started doing diss tracks at first. Yeah, and they were always around me while I was doing this stuff, and they like wanted to rap too. So I was doing my little solo thing. Then eventually we just came together. Said, "No, what? We're gonna make a group. We RSEWRLD."
I like it. So wait, what school was that? What high school?
Robert Lee High School.
REL. I like
Yes,
it.
sir.
I'm REL grad as well. That's what's up. Okay.
Can you explain, like, kind of like your process of making music, I guess, in a way? How do you get ideas, just kind of when you like when you have a studio session, be like, hey, how do you do this? I got this idea. I wrote this part. Like,
Yeah, like how does the group? How does it break down? Who's the rapper? I know somebody's a producer out of this group. I want to give them a shout out in here because I like the beats. But yeah, just how does the dynamic break down?
Yeah, so basically, I do like most of like the audio engineering and stuff. Usually we'll just get a beat and like sometimes we work on beats. Sometimes we'll like find beats online. We also got a few friends. Like shout out to Stacy. That's like a producer that we worked with a few times. He lives in New Zealand. He's a really good. We got to drop a song with like that he worked on in a few months. So y'all look out for that. But
Thank you for tuning in. You like to watch Trainwreck. My life like CNN. Okay.
usually, so we'll have a beat set up. And we'll just have the microphone just like pretty much on. Somebody just kind of starts off the song. They'll write something, either a verse, a hook. They'll lay it out. That's kind of starts getting like it starts forming the song pretty much. After that,
Y'all kind of get together and like
Yeah.
formulate music.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I got a verse or I got a song idea. Y'all kind of get together and come up with.
yeah, we do that. We actually do both pretty much. I don't know. It just depends, like kind of like the mood we're in, the energy that we have. But so yeah, somebody kind of starts off the song. They'll write a verse, they'll write a hook, they'll lay it down. Then we start coming up with more ideas. Eventually, we'll just like completely like finish out the song. Like it's just like piece by piece until it comes together into one song. But yeah.
All right, well, let's move on real quick. I'm gonna say we were talking about the garage. We didn't get over there. You gotta tell me about this garage.
Oh yeah. So my dad got like the shed / garage in the back. It's like a carport, and our first ever album that we released, we performed it because like we're making music and we didn't have much publicity, so we're like, what's a better way to pop this thing off than with a party? And usually people are like $5 the entry, do this, do that. We just did it like everybody pull up, hit me up for the address. We didn't put my address out there because I was kind of skeptical, but a lot of people like slid up on our Snapchat stories, Instagram. They're like, where's this at? And we gave them the address, and I was like, nah, I live out in the country. I was like, I don't think a lot of people about to pull up. And like it was crazy. Like I want to say it was 40, 50 people deep, and like after that, like the album did really great compared to what we thought it was gonna do. Like that night, like our listeners were off the charts, and we were like, bro, like this feels real. And like our first ever performance was like the best performance we've ever had, just because it felt so like homecoming. Like it felt like so like our dream is like whenever we make it, like bro, we literally started in our hometown in my garage. Like that was our first ever live performance. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was raining, so we were like, we go over there.
Yeah.
My initial idea, because I really like hunting season guys, I was like, I want to get these guys like out in the woods, like with like a deer stand behind them or something.
Yeah.
We need to pull that off. What you got, bud?
well, I guess talking about first shows and how it came out in music. What's some inspiration you have?
Yeah, I guess I'll pass the mic around because we all got like that's the thing that I love about Rose World is we all got our own like we came in this game like different. Like I want to do this, I want to be like this, or this just like I want to be myself. Like me personally, I grew up around my cousins, and my brothers, and like it was very diverse. Like my cousins were DJ Screw, Zero, H Town, all that stuff, and I was loving it. And then as I grew up and I started finding the Kid Cudis, the Lil Waynes, I was like, man, like this Houston stuff's cool, but I was like literally living at my uncle's house for so long. Like I was spending my summers there and listening to DJ Screw and Zero, and I just kind of like got worn out. And I kind of like my brother introduced me to the Carter too, and that's where my life like flipped. And I was like, man, I started messing with Lil Wayne, and then 6th grade I got into the Odd Future phase, and then I discovered Mac Miller. That was like my favorite rapper. Like that is my favorite rapper. So like, yeah, that was like that's kind of my inspiration. Was just like taking from different like I guess you could say pockets of my life and putting them into something. Just I'm really just like my inspiration is just trying to make my name something like that. Like when I think about it, it's like like one day I want to be like, or there's an upcoming rapper like I want to be like Steve from 2020. Like that would just be crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I actually grew up listening to like a lot of R&B, like 90s R&B with my mom and stuff. That's all she played. I didn't really listen to a lot of rap like that until like middle school, like actual rap, like my own taste. My favorite rapper is Drake. You know, he's like super versatile, no rapping, singing. I try to do both. Actually, like my first like song was like, it was a diss track, and I used the back-to-back beat. It was worst song ever put out. But hey, gotta start somewhere. But yeah, that's really my inspiration. I like Drake a lot. Big Drake fan. Then like middle school, I started listening to A$AP Rocky, Kendrick, Big Sean. He's one of my top 5.
Diss tracks first, so you was like kind of battle rapping.
And I don't really consider it battle rapping. Nah, it was just SoundCloud. Just SoundCloud. Yeah. Like I was actually like recording at school though. Like my first song, I recorded in the bathroom. I got school.
So when y'all were there, like does everybody still like pick you by that cafeteria? Like the cafeteria, obviously, a little area like that used to be our little spot. You come out the cafeteria, you go left. Like everybody used to fucking hang right there and rap. I don't know if that, but that used to be like in between classes. That's when I was there.
Yeah, they would hang there, but I've really seen people like rap at the tables. Yeah.
My spot used to be though going around the corner by the trees, the second tree on the little square bench. Like you used to post up over there. That was my spot. But, all right, that's what he said. Continuing.
Yeah, so pretty much the first rapper I ever started listening to was Lupe Fiasco. He's still like pretty much one of my favorites. Like I don't know, just like the lyricism and everything. It's like really complex shit. So I love Lupe. He's probably my favorite rapper. Also, I grew up listening to like a lot of Kanye West. Kid Cudi's pretty much like also like one of my favorite rappers of all time. Like Man on the Moon's probably my favorite album ever. So yeah, them three like that's what really shaped like what I listen to. But I also listen to like a lot of Kendrick Lamar too. And I guess for all of us, there's kind of a comparison with like Brockhampton, which is like we're all pretty much we're big fans of them. So I guess I can see where it's coming from. So yeah, they inspire us a lot too. But like other than that, yeah, that's pretty much like my top inspirations.
Real quick, guys, segue. Let's wrap the bottom. If you get too high, it might muffle the sound. So make sure you're on the shaft. There you go. Not the fall. Shaft to the mic. Yeah, pause. Shaft, guys. Pause. All right.
Yeah. So my probably biggest inspirations are like in middle school. Like I really got into Kendrick and Drake and Flatbush Zombies. Like that was like I listened to their first project like so many times. Like I probably know it by heart at this point. And like I was a huge Kanye West fan. Like that was like one of the first albums I ever bought was like 808 and Heartbreak. And at one point I knew Graduation by heart to the entire thing. Yeah. So yeah, those are probably the ones off the top of my head, like my favorites. Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I like about you guys is the diversity comes through in the music. And again to say on hunting season, I just like that kicking the dough, waving the phone, like young guys knowing that line to me. I'm like, hell yeah, that's what's up, guys. So what else we got? We want to go ahead and talk about that. You guys consider yourselves hashtag what East Texas boy band? What is it exactly?
We gonna let Steve.
Steve. So how did that come about? And what do y'all want to establish or get out there? Obviously y'all rap, y'all a hip hop group, but
Yeah.
I like it. Just explain
So,
kind of that vibe.
like, really, I didn't know who Brockhampton was till very recently.
Okay.
And it was mainly because of John. John put me on, and I just kind of, when you find somebody that you like, you start researching a little bit, and like their interviews are just like, or their beginning stages, like, it was just simply like 2 years ago. There was like basically they was calling themselves nobodies, and now they're out there, and it's just like we make mainly hip hop, but every day we go into the studio, like John explained, our song process is like somebody will find a beat, we'll come into the studio. Let's say Bobby brings a hook, and that hook sounds like a pop song, and we're not bro, like,
Deny that.
yeah, like we just go on it, and we just got like 2020. We're laying it out to be a 2020 takeover, and we keep on saying that just because like we're not about to come out with blah 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 in hunting season, hard bass, bars, catchy hook. This next song probably gonna be the same, but then maybe the next song is gonna be some singing, some like our song "Find Your Way" was like is Bobby's favorite just because it's different, and he's like, we got to do some different. It's like, yeah, man, we can't be like, what is it, stagnant? That's like we're not trying to be stale, man. We're trying to pop. So the only way we're gonna pop is if we hit all these pockets. We want to make sure we got that sad song, we got that catchy vibe R&B vibe song, we got that hard ass rap song, and we got them like just bangers. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to be played on different radio stations, different songs and stuff like that. And I want people to like. That's why I called it a boy band, just because it's like nowadays I can't really think of a boy band other than like what Maroon 5 and like Brockhampton, I guess. But like I just named it that because we're trying to do everything. We're trying to hit every pocket that we possibly can. We're not just trying to make music. We're trying to establish Rolls World as something bigger, like merch, names. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that the hometown is. I really can't explain it, but like I said, like East Texas boy band, that's us. Rolls World is our team, and like we're trying to just make sure that we make something out of any pocket that we can. Any outlet of creativeness that comes our way, we're gonna take it and we're gonna produce something with it. Like I said, everybody here thinks different, but we're all on the same path, and that's like we got to make this something bigger than us. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I mean I like it because of that. Because if you see it, you're like, wait, what? It's a boy band, so like it gets that attention, you know. And then like you said, I mean, boy bands aren't as big as they used to be, but I kind of get what you mean as far as like when boy bands were big, like they were preparing for different genres of music. Like it was a movement, the Backstreet Boys. It was a fucking movement. Of, like, what they were putting out there.
And that's like one major reason I called us a boy band is just because like we got the rap groups out here and stuff like that. Like we all love Kendrick here, so TDE, like that's a rap group or whatever. But like they sometimes, like me and Case went to go see him on the championship tour, and it was so bummer that they didn't perform together. And they're all there, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, like I love them so much, but like I wanted to see them actually all four on stage at one go, and I was, oh bro, this is like the best moment of my life. But they never did that. And so like that, I just feel like boy bands is more than just music. It's a family. It's a big family. And like I get TDE, they're probably a big family and all, but just like I know the professionalism gets in the way, and they can't do certain things for certain reasons. Yeah, I want to make sure that when we like we're seeing it in the vision, whenever we go big, we don't want to make sure like we're not gonna split up. Like we're always, even if one day we start making solo music, it's always gonna be brotherhood. You know what I'm saying?
It seems like all the homies all grew up together, and that's cool, man. Y'all are young and doing it the right way.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's why we fucking with y'all for the first interview.
I also see that I think I follow a couple of y'all on Twitter for sure. I see them outside influences. Like I think some of y'all are some anime fans for sure. Like What else inspires y'all? What's some other inspiration you have outside the inspire y'all other than just like let's say your artists, everything artists?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Three of us here are like some real weebs. I'm not even gonna lie. Like all I do is watch anime. I don't really watch anything else, honestly. Favorite anime is Naruto. Like you look at my phone screen right here. It's Rock Lee. It's Rock Lee. Yeah. Yeah, like anytime I like try to get inspired by like anime, honestly, cause like it's really cool.
I think it's important to have like just anything inspire you, or like any media you digest for sure.
Yeah.
Was like some of your favorite, like Naruto, Hunter x Hunter. You see both Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is great.
I think that's like one of the best shows ever.
Great.
Bro.
Great.
I think that.
The anime straight brought me to tears. It's crazy.
Definitely.
Keep the anime back going, guys. I can chime a little bit, but not much. Dylan, though, he can go with y'all. Anything else?
I'm kind of a normie. Like the only two anime, the The only two animes I've ever like watched and like completely finished are Dragon Ball and Death Note. But yeah, I love Dragon Ball. Like, I have like 10 Dragon Ball shirts. It's ridiculous, and I wear them all the time. And so yeah, that's like really two big inspirations for me. Like lately, I've also been watching like a lot of movies too. Like I was watching Donnie Darko the other day. Shit like that like really inspires me too. Yeah, those weird ass movies, they're like pretty cool to watch, man. And like inspires you a lot, like not just like the music aspect, but like also like visuals and stuff. Like we're starting to work on videos more and shit like that. So like watching movies and things like that really helps us out. But yeah, you wanna?
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is like the top, like, cause that's all I really remember. Like that's what my cousins and my uncle put me on to as a kid. And also Full Metal Alchemist. That's another one that I finished. I have a hard time actually finishing animes, but like, yeah, I watch like a lot of them. And Full Metal Alchemist is like one of the only other ones I actually finished. So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's important to draw like just inspiration from wherever you get it, whether you like just like reading sci-fi books or just manga, anime, anything really. Cinema, cinephiles, you know, anybody. Artistically, I work with
All those like really crazy far out characters. Yeah, it's just imagination. Yeah.
Right, so then that makes you, that gives you that your authenticity to be like, this is what I like, this is what inspires me, and that's what comes together on the amalgamation of.
Let's keep going down this. What about favorite foods, guys?
Favorite foods, damn. Chicken. We probably gonna go to Chick-fil-A or Cane's today. To be honest, that's all we eat. It's all
Favorite spots?
Bro, we were in Houston. Yeah, we were in Houston the other day, and we ate at this place called Sam's Chicken and Donuts. What it is, like, they make a donut chicken sandwich. So like they replace the buns with glazed donuts. That shit slaps. It's like Cane's with with donuts. Like, but like in Tyler, like, where do we usually go? We go to like, oh yeah, shit. We go to Cane's way too much. And we go to Chick-fil-A way too much.
Cane's is like the best thing in the world. I used to go there like every single day. It's really crazy. I got a little Caniac card. I got like 23 visits. It's wild.
Be like, hey, just give me a gallon of the sauce, please.
Y'all should try their honey mustard. It slaps.
Yeah.
The sauce, man. Like, hey, give me that sauce.
Favorite foods as far as goes, I do chicken. That shit's just universal. You know what I'm saying? My favorite spots, like here in Tyler, Cane's, Southern Classic, Chicken Express, Slim's, yeah. Sometimes I used to go to Williams Chicken with my dad all the time, and then Church's. But I love chicken just because it's like I can eat it, and I know it's not like terribly bad for me. Whether it be, I know fried foods, but fuck it.
Last minute. Oh, everybody got to do your hats. Put all your tags,
I go by STVCHZ on Instagram and Twitter, and on Facebook I'll go by Esteban Sanchez.
Big Dollar Bob on everything. That's BIG, dollar, no R, Bob. Big Dollar Bob.
I go by Congenedy on everything. It's KOHNJENNEDY. And yeah, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Who is Case 47 on Facebook? I mean, not Facebook. Twitter and Instagram. No Facebook. I don't have Facebook.
Oh, one last shout out. Shout out to our videographer over there, Oscar Perdomo. Yeah, he's official. He's an official member of RSEWRLD. So we got 6 members in total. Us 4, him and Jay, who couldn't make it. But yeah, shout out to him. He's great. We just filmed a video for God Knows. That's gonna come out soon. But yeah. Anything else? Oh, yeah, and then follow all of us at RSEWRLD, RSEWRLD,
and I
Twitter.
mentioned that I'm not scared of shit, but shit, I'm 20 now, no more
We are
playing.
RSEWRLD.
And I know
We're
this
kicking
life
it with
can
the
have
foundation on their
turbulence, so leave
podcast
room for me
here
in
in
my
Tyler,
baggage.
Texas at Fred
Sorry if I
SU.
don't meet your standards. I done prayed about it, I done meditated. No more hesitation if your view is changing, then that's your problem. You should probably fix that, yeah.